Hey everyone, welcome to Good DIY Plans. In this video, we're going to be going over how to make this simple to build twin over twin bunk bed. This is a beginner friendly step-by-step tutorial so that you can make this in your own home as well. The overall dimensions of this bed are going to be 68.5 inches tall. It is 45 inches deep and 79 inches wide. So let's go ahead and dive into how to actually make this. The first step is going to be to make the frame of the beds. So this is where the mattress is actually going to sit. We're just going to use some standard 2x4s for this. So you have two pieces here that are 39 inches and then two pieces here that are 79 inches. Now here, I do recommend that you pre-drill and countersink when you're adding the screws. The reason why you do that is to prevent the wood from splitting, and it's gonna make a stronger frame overall. So use 2.5 or 3.5 inch screws, and then go ahead and move on to the next step, which is to add two additional 76 inch 2x4 pieces here. So these are going to go on the inside, and then this is where the mattress slats are actually going to rest. So go ahead and use 3.5 inch screws here, pre-drill and countersink, and we're going to secure it from the outside, just like you see here. Next, go ahead and add the bed slats. So these are going to be 39 inch 2x6 pieces, and then the first and the last piece are going to butt up against the edge of the frame here. And use 2.5 inch screws so that they don't poke through on the other side. If you use longer screws, they will show up. Pre-drill, countersink, and then use wood glue as well. So go ahead and make two identical frames just like this for both mattresses. And the next part will be to make the legs of this bunk bed. So we're going to be using 2x6 for this. You need a piece that is 68.5 inches. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut some grooves into this. And we're going to be cutting quite a bit of grooves into 2x6 lumber boards throughout this build. So the best way to do this is going to be to use a miter saw that has both a depth stop and a sliding feature. And then I'll talk about that in just a second. So you're gonna need 3 grooves here. The first groove is gonna be 27.5 inches from the edge, then 6.5 inches from there, 6.5 inches, and then 17.5 from this edge. So what I would do is just take these boards, you could do 2 at a time, 3 at a time, clamp them together, set the proper depth, which is going to be 1.5 inches. So if we measure here, this is 1.5 inches, and then here it's 3.5 inches. So essentially a groove that's going to be used for a 2x4. And then just slide the saw back and forth while you're scooting the wood with each pass. And then clean this up with like a sanding disc or like a rectangular sander, sanding block. That's what I mean. So, okay. Again, we're going to be making another component here, and we're going to use the same technique. So this is also 2x6 lumber. This is 36.5 inches. And then here, every 6.5 inches, you're going to be making these identical grooves, right? So make a total of 4 of these. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to prepare these different kind of components that are going to integrate with the legs so that we have 2 full leg assemblies. So these are going to be 2 full leg assemblies that will integrate with the frame. So let's see what components we're going to need here. So once you've made those 4 identical yellow components, go ahead and add these 2 teal pieces. So these are 2x6 lumber pieces as well. They're 42 inches, and you're going to secure them with 3.5 inch screws, pre-drill, countersink this as well. And then you're going to take 2 more of these 42 inch teal pieces, and you're going to add them to 6 inch 2x6s that are going to be on the ends here. So again, pre-drill, countersink. So the shorter ones are going to go towards the bottom here, and you're now going to integrate them with the longer leg pieces here. So secure it through the sides here using 2.5 inch screws. Don't use longer screws so that they don't poke through. Pre-drill and countersink. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this bigger frame piece that you made. So that's this right here, the bigger frame piece. And then what you're going to do is you're going to match it up so that these grooves, they match up, because we're going to be adding the actual stairs here, right? Or the kind of like the steps for the ladder. Those are going to be integrated there. So secure these with 2.5 inch screws, and the gap that we're leaving here, the gap that you should have left over, is 3.5 inches because the frame is going to be inserted into there. That's how it's going to be tucked in so that everything is nice and secure. So All right, now that you've got that, go ahead and add the 3 steps here. So these are going to be the 3 steps for actually climbing this ladder into the upper bunk. So these are 45-inch 2x4s. So you can secure these with 2.5 or 3.5-inch screws, pre-drill, countersink, and then use wood glue as well. So you should have 2 identical components. So these are going to be the sides of the bunk bed. So once you've got that, this is where you can paint or stain these things outside of the room, and then you can bring these components into the room. That way you're not dealing like with any of the toxic fumes and things like that. Once those components are fully ready, then you can integrate everything together in its final place. So you're going to take one of the frames that we made earlier. This is for the mattress, right? And you're going to take the 2 legs, and you're going to take the frame and you're going to insert it into that slot, right? So what slot am I talking about? Well, it's this slot right here. So this is the 3.5-inch slot. So it's going to go right here. Okay, so once you've got that inserted, this is going to be the lower bunk. You can secure this together with some 3.5-inch screws, pre-drill and countersink that, and then secure it from both ends, obviously from top and bottom. And then next, what you're going to do is you're going to secure the top bunk. So again, 3.5-inch screws, pre-drill and countersink. And you can see that everything is very well supported. This bed is going to be able to support a massive amount of weight. Weight is not going to be an issue. This is something that's going to last a very long time. So once you've got that, now what we need to do is we need to add some of the safety railing on top, right? So here what we're going to do is we're going to use some 2x4s. Some are longer. These are 77.5-inch pieces. You're going to need a total of 6 of these. And then some shorter pieces, that's 42-inch 2x4s. And here you can just secure it directly to the upper bunk. So we're going to have a space of about 2 3/4 inches between these. Go ahead and secure these with 2.5-inch screws so that they're not poking through. And go ahead and secure it from all sides here. Okay. So at this point, you should be all done. The bed should be nice and solid. If maybe you planed your boards and the spaces are maybe just a little bit, larger, or maybe everything didn't quite come together as nice and solid as you'd want it to be, this is where you have the option of actually attaching this directly to the room, right? So to the studs of the room. So if you do want to do that, what you can do is you can just drill a hole directly through the legs here and then secure it with screws going directly into the wall. But that's it. You're finished with this. For those of you who are ready to build this twin over twin bunk bed, I do have a DIY plan that's going to be linked below. It's much more detailed than this video. It includes the lumber shopping list, the cut list. It has the cutting diagrams. That's valuable if you don't want to be wasting lumber. There's also the tools and materials list. These links right here, they can all be clicked so that you can get exactly what you need for this project, including like the quantities of things as well. And of course, the step-by-step instructions. So this is something that you can print, have available with you in the garage. That way you can kind of work at your own pace without having to have a computer or a phone in the garage, collecting dust as you're doing all of this kind of messy work. So I do appreciate everyone who supports good DIY plans. I hope you guys have an awesome day. If this video was valuable to you, check out the next project on the screen.